Gonna have another quick session here. So, what I talked about in previous videos as far as mental diet, keeping disciplined, right? Ignoring the old story, sticking with your affirmations and your visualizations on what you want to manifest. But, and then we talked about getting triggered. Don't let things that happen in your 3D trigger you or send you back, running back to the old man who's always got his arms wide open. The old man is the old story, your old life that you want to forget. So, okay, so other things will happen, right? One of the hardest things that I found in my experience is when people ask you something and they expect a response. Well, how do you not respond, right? So part of the old story, your mother or your father or brother, sister, friends, your peers, someone might come up to you and say, hey, what about that whatever you were talking about or complaining about a week ago or a month ago? Now, here you have a choice. You either go back into that, you start complaining about that thing, and you start, biatching and moaning, right? Like you were then. You have now run back to the old man, right? And you basically undo a lot of the good that you've done with your mental diet and everything else. You've been really good, but now that little bit of temptation and boom, you go right back. You fall. Don't do that. I mean, you essentially fell off the wagon, and of course you could just climb back on, but you can't be doing that all the time. And that's part of the discipline. So look, in the short term at least, maybe you want to avoid some people and situations that may trigger you into doing that. Or maybe you just get good at changing the subject, right? Oh, yeah, whatever. I don't really want to talk about that now, or I'm in the process of resolving that, whatever, and then move on. Change the subject. So you're either going to avoid people who bring that stuff up or change the subject. Don't hang around with people, though, who are going to pull you down like crabs in a bucket. You know who I mean, like the friends you used to complain about times being rough and, there's got to be a better way and all that old stuff. You might want to avoid that because those kind of conversations that's poor mental diet and that's going to drag you down. So, I mean, part of this might be finding some new friends in the short term, at least. Now, you could remake your friends, what they think about what they say to you. But again, all this stuff is manifestation, mental diet, affirmations, sticking with the new story. So you're going to have to create a new story for them as well. Now, how many stories are you going to deal with at one time, right? So you may want to deal with whatever's most important to you at hand, and in that short term, it may you may have to put some friendships or something on. This is a suggestion. I'm not saying definitely do this. You assess your own situation, right? I'm just throwing things out there. You may want to avoid this one or that one a little bit, and I'm not saying be rude to people, whatever. I'm just saying uh, avoid certain conversations, change the subject. Don't make hanging out with certain people as much of a priority as it was in the past as you transition, you know. So, um, so you get that mental diet nice and strict, the affirmations, the visualizations, all you're thinking about. You get really good about thinking about what you want. You're telling yourself that new story. And that new story eventually displaces the old story. But just remember, triggering episodes, triggering people, triggering conversations, old complaints, things like that will reconfirm the old story And anything that's already been manifested, and especially something that's been manifesting for you for a long time, like years or decades, that is much easier to hold in place and to reconfirm than to bring in something new. So keep that in mind. So every time you get triggered, you start complaining, moaning, crying, whatever, responding in any, especially in an emotional way where there's a lot of emotion and feeling behind it. Anything that you're complaining about that was already been here, that's going to stick around. That's going to stick around. So you need to become good at detaching yourself emotionally from certain things as you visualize. And when the new stuff manifests and becomes concrete in the 3D, then, you can respond emotionally to that all you want because you want that to be there, right? So I hope this makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Hope it helps. And as I get these ideas, and I get these ideas, they either come to me or distilling other things I watch and hear about, and then comparing to my own life and saying, "Aha, yes, this is exactly it." I talk about them. So I hope that helps. Again, please like and subscribe. Please check out my other videos. You'll see the like and subscribe. You see the playlist stuff that comes up. I have Neville lectures. You see other playlists, the mind movies. If you want to give that a try before bed or in the morning, waking up or downtime, that can really help you visualize. That can be a great visualization and affirmation aid. Hey, you need every tool in your box, right? So again, keep that mental diet strict. Keep that mental diet strict. Stick to your affirmations. Don't get triggered. Ignore the old man. Don't run back to the old man, the old story. That old man, you want him to die. That's one old man you want to die. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.